following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
British punk, yo, what I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Welcome back everybody. It's Wednesday. Before we get started, let's introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
And
Astro, who's sitting behind us.
yes, Astro likes to come on and open the show. Again, folks, the winds are blowing in Palm Springs and the sand is blowing down my throat. And I don't have a voice, and I'm suffering terribly, and I can't wait to move to Florida where it's ocean breezes and not sand blowing. So forgive me for my raspy voice that is irritating, very irritating for me to hear. I can imagine for you. But anyway, such is life in the desert. The desert was not meant for human beings. Believe me, living in the desert's no joke. But many people do, millions. They keep coming here from LA, and they're turning it into an LA. So Palm Springs, which used to be a sleepy little town of movie stars and fabulous people, has now turned into a garbage pail of the wrong people and welfare, homeless and all that crap. Anyway, so much for that. Today's show is good. We have a very, very handsome actor coming on. And I saw a movie with him where he was married to Taya Gill. We'll talk about Taya, who was a dear friend of mine. He was silently gay, and he falls in love with his son's best friend. It's an interesting story. It shows gay people as normal as anybody. What happened?
They told me to clip it higher so we can hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? What the hell is that? My voice went away? I used to have the strongest voice in the world.
Well, if you talk like that, they would hear you. Is that better?
No, but I was theater trained, and I was working on the stage. You could hear me in Chicago when I was in New York, that. Anyway, this guy is really the new Rock Hudson, I think. Absolutely. And it's a shame that they're not cashing in on him, because he's really extremely handsome and masculine and all the things that the girls want, and some of the boys in Palm Springs also.
And he's in the biggest shows ever, you guys. You're going to love him.
But we'll talk about it when he comes on. He's really a terrific guy.
We've never met him, but we think he's a terrific guy because we love his work.
Well, yeah, I could tell an actor, listen, I knew so many actors, you want to smack them around and knock the shit out of them because they're obnoxious. They think who the hell they are because they made a movie. I mean, really, who hasn't made a movie? Seems like everybody makes movies today. Any jerk off the street can pay to play and get in a movie. So it's no big deal to be in movies. In my day, it was a big deal to be in movies. But today, I mean, all these X-rated B films, whatever the hell they are.
Not X-rated.
With the terrible acting and awful storylines and terrible photography. I don't know how they even have the nerve to call it a movie. Anyway, that's enough bitching for the day. I think.
We don't want to bitch because it's a fun show and we're trying to have fun.
Listen, we can't always be high and
sure we can. We're only on once a week.
No, we're not. No, more. I'm not a moron. Only morons are like that. Carmela, whatever her name was, that was running for
No,
president.
no, no. Don't do
No,
politics.
she was always laughing and smiling like a moron.
Okay.
I mean, I can't do that.
Anyway.
I'm real. I'm real.
So what's up, everybody? We have a great show today. We have actor, stuntman Dan Payne coming on. Then we have actor, writer, producer Timothy Hogue. I want to say hi to the chat room. Stefan is in there. Hey, Stefan. Cindy Lady Lake's in there. Jeff Caperton. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? People are coming into the chat room. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Last week's show's doing really well. And you can hear the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. We're on about 150 other platforms, but those are the biggest ones and that everybody can go to. So please continue listening. We appreciate all your support for all these years. May, I believe, is the beginning of our 19th year on the air. So there was no such thing as a podcast when this show started. It was considered a radio show. Podcast is something that came many years later.
Who gets credit for that? You never give me credit for that.
For being a radio show?
You were a radio show. I came on and I said, Jimmy, I can't do radio. I'm an actor. I have to be seen.
Right.
Because
you get the credit for it doing video. But
and I said, let's go video and bring our guests in video. And then you fought me. We were in the car and I said, fuck you. And I got out of the car and I started walking and you were driving alongside of me, apologizing, saying, oh, get in the car, get in the car. I kept saying, fuck you, fuck you. And then you kept saying, get in the car, get in the car. Finally, I got in the car and he said, okay, we'll try it. Well, we tried it and it made us the #1 podcast in the world. So I guess Ron Russell does do something once in a while that gets credit.
Ron Russell is a superstar. And
Yeah, right.
more people listen to us than watch us, but we do appreciate that our watching
No, a
numbers
lot
are
of
going
people
up.
watch us on their telephone. You'd be surprised, Jimmy. You don't know how many people watch us.
Yeah, you do, because it shows you.
What does it show you?
It shows you. It'll show you
On
how many
telephones?
people,
On telephones?
on everything, because you're only watching it on YouTube, so the counts go on YouTube. So you see how many people watch it on YouTube.
Well, pity on those that don't watch us and see my magnificent, handsome beautiness.
That's right. Goddess says hello. Your
Hi,
beautiful
Goddess.
team. Hey, Goddess.
Tell everybody, Goddess, how magnificently gorgeous I am.
She said we're
And,
both
and how
beautiful.
modest I am.
And how modest you are. It's so much fun.
I will be 86 in a couple of weeks. Holy shit. Did I ever think I'd be 86? Never. I thought I would be young forever.
Lady Lake says she's actually watching us on her phone.
See that? Everybody watches on the phone.
You gotta love it. So chat room, everybody who's in there, please. Thank you for tuning in. We really do have a good show today, you guys. I think you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, today's going to be a very good show. I could
And
tell. Got a lot of gossip.
and so I think it'll be a lot of fun. Both our guests are really talented, and our first guest has been in I've seen almost everything that he's in, so I'm super excited. I didn't actually know it was him. I didn't know he was the same guy as in the Mulligans, but I've seen a bunch of his work, so I'm looking very much forward to having him come on. In other news, I don't know. Do we have any other news?
Other news. No, the house has not gone on the market yet. We're still primping and we're not quite ready because, Jimmy's got commitments and I have commitments. Commitments suck because I have committed myself to about 5 or 6 movies. Like a jerk, I committed myself, which means you have to do them. But they haven't been financed yet. And they're waiting for financing. This could go on for years and years and years. Therefore, it stops me from working. So I am not committing myself to any more movies. I don't give a shit what the script is. It could be Gone with the Wind. I'm not committing myself because you're holding me back from moving. I don't want to move to Florida and then have to fly to LA to work every day. It's a lot of crap. So I don't know. I'm just confused.
But lots of good stuff going on, you guys.
All good stuff, but I'm confused.
Also, you guys, I launched my new author site, jimmystarauthor.com, so please check it out. You can actually get signed books off of it or PDFs, and you don't have to go to Amazon.
And
or
I want
Barnes
to
and Noble.
thank all my friends on Facebook in Florida who are so excited that we're moving back to Florida. I'm happy that you still love us and you still want to be our friends, and you're happy that we're coming back. Yes, we're coming back, and yes, we will have fun, because that's all we ever do in Florida is have fun.
Should be fun.
It's a fun place to live.
Absolutely. So what else you got to say? Because you usually do the talking at the beginning.
Well, I have nothing more to say because I've said it all, and I just don't feel good. I mean, you can hear me. I sound like I'm dying. It's terrible. And it's not only me. You know, I went to the doctor, and the doctor had it also.
Yep.
It's called desert throat. And the doctor had desert throat. So I said, Doctor, how are you going to help me when you can't even help yourself, you stupid fuck? And he said to me, well, what can you do? This is the desert. The sand blows. It's very fine. It goes in our throat. This is why Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, Diana Ross, all the people that play the desert wouldn't go out. They would stay in their hotel rooms with masks on because they were deadly afraid of desert throat, desert dust. It's awful. It's really terrible. Both my daughters suffered terribly from desert dust. Now they live in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Their voices are back to being clear and beautiful. So it's just not the place to be, I guess. What do you think, James?
I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I'm the one person.
You don't get desert
I don't get it.
voice.
So
Why don't you get desert voice and I do?
I don't actually know. I don't know why I don't know why I don't get it. I don't really have allergies, even though once in a while I do get allergic to some of the things. We have a beautiful backyard and a beautiful garden, and it's got full of flowers and stuff.
I put flowers all over.
So you gotta
it's also age. You know, the doctor was very polite about it. He said, Ron, when you get to be your age, your immune system is very weak, and allergies are very prominent with older people. So I guess they keep throwing that friggin' age at me. You know, I feel 21 years old. I do not feel 86. My body makes appointments. My mind makes appointments. My body cannot keep. That's the problem. That's an old proverb that we say. I think 21, but physically I'm not.
Right.
So it's a conflict. I sort of fight with myself all the time. Because if I do something that I think an old man does, I yell at myself. I say, Ron, old people do that. Don't you dare do that. And that's how you stay young. If you keep thinking you're young and you believe you're young and you want to do the things that young people do. Friends of mine here in California, I guess, don't want us to leave. And they said, why are you at your age moving cross country? I've never heard of an 86-year-old man moving cross country. I said, what has my age got to do with it? I'm not carrying the furniture. You know, if the furniture is going in a moving van, I go in the car with the dog because I will not fly my dog, as you know, because dogs can go deaf, little dogs in airplanes. So Jimmy and I are going to have a lovely trip cross country. We're going to drive and have a lot of fun doing it. So I don't see the big deal. Why? Because you're 86, you're supposed to sit in a rocking chair and die? Bullshit. That's crap. Don't do that out there, everybody out there. Please, everybody out there, you're all going to be 86 if you're lucky. And get ready for it and prepare yourself.
And don't have knee surgery right before.
Yeah, do not have knee surgery.
Because the two of us are limping around.
I don't limp. I limp. He limps. He's like a limp wrist. But no, I don't limp. I just have a lot of muscle pain, nerve pain. Because
but we had to try to get sugar down from the top shelf in the cabinet yesterday, and I had to get a chair, and I could barely get on the chair to get up there.
Yeah, because I won't go up there because if I got dizzy and fell, it could hurt me.
It's funny.
You know, 86, you don't climb ladders.
Anyway, so we're going to bring on our guest.
Let's bring on our guest. Enough of boring shit that I'm talking
All right.
about.
So let's bring him on. Hey, Dan.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Good. Don't bring me on. Keep the banter going. I love it.
Oh, that's all we do on the show anyway. We're going to banter with you now, so it'll be perfect.
You are so fucking handsome. It's not to be believed. When you know, Taya Gill was a good friend of mine for years and years. Taya, we are the Duke and the Duchess of some gay thing where all the drag queens and trannies belong to green something. And they voted Taya and I Duke and Duchess. Taya and I were great friends.
We haven't introduced him. You shouldn't be going into this whole story yet.
Right.
Because I want to introduce him to People don't know who he is.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
going to say thank you first, though. I got to say thank you, Ron. I really appreciate it.
No, we'll get back to that anyway.
I said you're the new Rock Hudson. I told that to Jimmy when I saw your movie with Taya, where you played the father who had an affair with your
the
son.
Mulligans.
The Mulligans.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I couldn't get over how handsome you were. I said, this guy definitely is Rock Hudson.
Let's introduce him first.
Yes, let's introduce
By the way,
him.
the chat room is saying, what a handsome man. I'm in
But
love.
he's got to take the
Wowza.
beard. The beard is ruining him.
Oh, I have a beard too.
But you don't look like him. I wish you did. If you look like him, I'd be more romantic. No, seriously, get the beard off. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. The beard is for homely men that want to look sexy. So they grow a beard because they never were good looking. But when they have a face like you have, I would never grow a beard because I think I'm magnificent. So
and you are.
You should not have a beard. You should be clean shaven. No, seriously.
Is it for a role?
This is for work.
It's for a character.
Oh, because the movie I saw you in the Mulligans, you were just, I just couldn't.
Drop dead gorgeous.
I couldn't get over you. I said, I wonder if Tay is fucking him because he is really so hot. I know, Tay.
I didn't know I had to bring Kleenex.
You guys also, he's 6'4" and 230 pounds. So not only is he gorgeous, he should be like the next Daredevil or something because he's like a big dude.
This is what we call in the gay world a hunk. That's a hunk.
So hold on, let's do a proper introduction. All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, hunk, actor, stuntman, Dan Payne. He's been in so many fabulous things. You probably won't even know it, but we want to welcome you to the show, and we're very excited to have you.
I'm honored to be here.
The movie Mulligans, because it was a very sensitive film. I don't like gay films because they usually kill us. Always they knock us off because we're bad people. But this film showed truth, because I know many men that were married that were having affairs with other men and their wives didn't know. Taya was brilliant in it because she's a good actress when she wants to be the little bitch. But getting to Taya and I were buddies. We hung out with Danae Montague King. We went all over together. We loved each other. We were so close. I did a radio interview where they were interviewing me, and I made a mistake. I said, actresses, when they reach 50, have difficulty getting film roles, like my friend Taya Gill. Well, that was a mistake. She blew a tit, and she called me up and laid me out and has never spoken to me since. So I said to myself, well, I guess my friendship was not very valuable, because if she could dump me for something so stupid, then she really didn't care. So I mean, if I saw Taya, if I saw her, I'd talk to her. Of course I would. I mean, we slept together, believe it or not.
Not with sex.
Not sex. But no, we were on a production, and we were tired, and we laid down next to each other. We were hugging and sleeping. That's what gay men do. We get away with murder. I have felt more tits of gorgeous women than you would ever know. Straight men hate me. They say, how do you get away with that? I said, just tell the girls you're gay. And they don't care.
Wait, I'm going to write that down.
And they don't care. They let you feel them up. I mean, I love it.
So
anyway,
first off, you guys, the movie we're talking about is called Mulligans. It's very well put together gay movie about relationships and complications with relationships. It's done very well. We saw it on I don't know where we saw it, maybe Tubi or one of these. That's actually what made me look you up, is we were watching the movie, and I was like, okay, I don't know who Dan Payne is. And then I looked you up, and I noticed that I've actually seen almost everything that you've done and didn't know it was you.
No, we like you because you're good looking, but because you're a good actor.
Thank you.
You portrayed the sensitivity in Mulligan of a gay man who had a wife, and his problem was his love for this other guy. And it could have been hilariously funny or stupid or bad, but you were sensitive. You played it well. And Taya played it well when she found out about the affair. I just think the whole movie was directed very well, and the acting was tops.
Thank you very much. I mean, my favorite thing about that story is that it was about learning to live your truth. You know, like the sensitivity that you talk about for me was, and Taya was such an incredible partner in that journey. Very talented, beautiful, and wonderful, supportive co-star. But it's just about finding your truth and living your truth. And that character had not honored his truth and not, lived his
Well,
authentic self.
he did it delicately, and that's what I liked. It wasn't mean. It wasn't horrible. He didn't turn around and spite his wife by saying, "Yeah, I'm a fag," or any of that crap.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that it wasn't that way. That it was done with caring, and he was so sad that he couldn't be the man that she thought he was. And
Yeah,
it's
it was
a
a
beautiful movie. I would suggest everybody listening to our show, which is in the millions, watch this movie called Mulligans. You will learn from it.
We should also mention the other people. Charlie David and Derek Bainham are in it.
Charlie wrote it.
And
Charlie wrote it, and it was done very well.
My daughters both are crazy about you because they watched you in, what was it?
Virgin River.
Virgin River. And
they're like,
they're not married, not because they're ugly. My daughter was second round of Miss America, so she was a gorgeous Michelle Pfeiffer lookalike.
Oh, wow.
And I said to Leslie, I said, so if he was single and he asked you out, would you go? She said, of course I would. I said, if he fell in love with you, would you marry him? She said, of course I would. And my daughter is gorgeous. She's a green-eyed blonde. I mean, she's a knockout with a body of death. So, I mean, she was really something else. But
amazing.
Both my daughters love you.
Oh, that's awesome. And if I hadn't already found my partner, my life partner, for sure, I would have. I'd be asking you for some phone numbers.
Actually, in the chat room, they're saying your wife is a lucky lady, and I'm sure he's very lucky because I'm sure she's a wonderful woman. Also, just say hi to the chat room because they love you.
Hey, chat room, thank you for the kind words already.
So people say Jimmy's lucky to have me.
That's right, I am lucky.
Tell everybody how lucky you are.
No, not right now. I want to talk to Dan. I have a lot of things to talk about. I took a page full of notes of things I want to talk about. First of all, we have a mutual friend who's a very good friend of the show, but he's been a friend of mine for about 20 years. His name is Steve Basic. He's been on the show, 20 times, probably over the last couple of years because he comes on all the time. And nice. I was looking at your credits and I saw a Hallmark movie that you did, and he's listed right underneath you as one of the lead guys in it. I think it was called Fourth Down in Love.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to him yesterday. I said, "Oh, I have somebody coming on the show tomorrow." So he told me to tell you hello, and he's a great guy. I originally met him at a convention when he was signing autographs.
I want to ask our engineer, Juan, can you find a picture of this guy without the beard? Because I want them to how handsome he is.
So wait,
you can't.
Sorry, Ron.
What's the character?
Wait, quiet. With the beard, you look like everybody else. Because everybody today thinks they have to have a beard. Everybody, and even women have beards. I mean, really, it's like Beardville. And I think it's terrible because it's dirty looking and ugly. So I would like, Juan, if you could find a picture of him without a beard.
I like the beard.
Please put it up.
We'll just put that picture over top of here and I'll just talk through that. I'm sorry, Ron. This is a work-related thing. As soon as I can, I'll get back to it. I don't actually.
So tell, is it something you can tell us that is it something that we've already seen some of, like a TV series, or is it something you can't talk about yet?
Yeah, I can't talk about it yet. I can't talk about it yet. But I do want to, before we get too far off, I do want to say, I'll throw a hi back to Steve. Steve's a wonderful human being and an incredibly talented. There we go.
There we go. Look at that, you guys.
Look at that cute guy. And the old man with the beard, get rid of the fucking beard.
I just told you we can't.
I know, but after the movie's over, shave that face, baby, and show it to everybody.
I like it.
It's your meal ticket. It's your meal ticket.
So I have one other story I want to tell you too. Then, so first of all, you guys, for anybody who doesn't know who Dan actually is, he's got a huge resume. But one of the really big things that he has been in is a Disney show called Descendants. And he plays Beast, and he's in, I think you just shot another one. So there's like 4 of them or something, right? There's a whole bunch of them.
Well, I think there's 5, but I was in the first 3. And then one of the incredible young artist actors, Cameron Boyce, passed away between the completing the 3rd one and doing our premiere for the 3rd one. And in his passing, Disney was really cool and honorable. This kid was it was heartbreaking for fans of the show, fans of him, and I think just humanity in general. This kid was a philanthropist and just a beautiful, incredibly talented kid. And he passed away due to a bout of epilepsy. And yeah, so Disney took this franchise a different direction in order to honor him, not coming back without him there. So I did the first three. I got to hang out with this Cameron Boyce, phenomenal young talent, as well as all the other kids, and it was a great experience. And it got a lot bigger than when we were doing it. I knew we were doing something pretty special, but I didn't realize just how special it blew up. It was crazy.
So it is so huge, and I'm a little old for it. There they are. There he is in it. I'm a little old for it, but I do like all that kind of stuff because I collect action figures. And okay, Juan, pull it down because I want to see him when I'm talking. I collect action figures from all the people that have been on the show, and I just have a huge action figure collection. So we were at a movie premiere in LA a couple of years ago. It's probably 5 years ago now, and there was a movie. It was High Strung 2, a Michael Damian movie. It's a dance movie. It was a really good movie. And the star of the film was at the after party. We were at the after party, and there was all these kids outside, like circling around. They couldn't get in. They were just watching and taking pictures. And I was like, "What's going on?" And the star of the film, I forgot his name. His girlfriend was Dove Cameron, who we had no idea who she was. And so we went up and started talking to her, and she was super nice. And Ron was saying, she said she hasn't been in Hollywood that long. And Ron was like, if you need any help, we can do all this stuff, not knowing she has 35 million followers on Instagram. We didn't know who she was. And she was so nice. She was so nice to us. It made me a fan. I went and watched a bunch of episodes just because she was so nice to us. But I couldn't believe, when I say a lot of people, I don't mean like 10 kids. It was hundreds of kids outside to get pictures of her.
You can't blame us because Jane Russell was my best friend. In fact, I took her name when I was a kid because I loved her so much. And Jane and I were like brother and sister. I knew Betty Davis. I knew all of the old stars. So I could talk to you forever about my stars.
That's awesome.
The young ones today, I don't know who the hell they are.
And so why would you? I get that. But you joked, or you guys were talking about fighting, getting older, and staying young, and it's a choice. You're as old as you feel and as you think.
No, but what I'm saying is, in my day, everybody knew who the stars were because of the PR. The studio worked behind you to make you famous. Today, there's nobody there. If you don't have PR, nobody knows who the hell you are, and you'll never get work. So it's a whole different game today. But
it's open access for everybody too.
I interviewed that handsome little boy who today Jimmy says is a superstar.
He's about to be. Nicholas Galitzine. He's going to be He-Man in Masters of the Universe. That's getting ready to come out.
There you go.
I did an interview with him, and he did an interview with him, and I put it on my Instagram, and I got 1.3 million plays because of that. And I put my picture up with Dove Cameron, and it got like 400,000 likes on it.
I had no idea who he was, so how do I interview somebody when I don't know who they are? I don't know what questions to ask, so I asked them the stupid questions that people love. And those questions are you gay? Are you straight? Do you have a girlfriend? What clothes do you like? What do you like to eat? All that stupid shit. And he was very kind and very good about it. But he's a superstar now, so boy. But I have a better story than that. With Taya Gill, here we go. Taya was in a movie, and she said, "Ron, I want you to come to the premiere." So I went to the premiere with my camera people. We were going to photograph a little bit in the lobby of the movie for PR. And a little girl with half black hair and half white hair, and she had white boots on up to her snatch. And she came into the lobby, and she sits on my stool, and she kept falling off and cursing because she couldn't stay on the stool. So I said, "Who the hell is she? I don't know who she is. Is she anybody?" They said, "No, she's nobody." What's her name?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. So I'm interviewing Mickey. I have no idea who she is. No idea. The little snot nose. Anyway, This is what it's all about in this crazy business.
So you started out. I read a bio. I think it was on IMDb, and you're a professional photographer. You were a professional photographer before. You're an athlete, a professional volleyball player, maybe.
Yep. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, that was the first ever career.
Then you became a photographer, and then you went to England and booked some kind of something which made you want to be an actor. Kind of. Is that kind of like the short form?
Short form, yeah. The time in Australia was with my brother, and that was a pretty cool and career formative time because my brother and I really enjoyed performing. We had worked for Club Med. I don't know if you guys remember the concept of Club Med about, you get guests up to do shows, and we use the staff from Club Med to do these shows. There's comedy skits and whatnot. And my brother and I fell in love with being on the stage. We were taking photos of people like tourists doing this one-time kind of crazy experience and selling them back to them for lots of money. But you know how it works. So we started falling in love with being on the stage, and my brother and I started a show that we co-wrote together on a different island because we thought we could, I don't know about do better, but just do something that spoke to us more. And that's when I got bitten by the bug. I moved to England, and I started just the old school: get an agent, get some auditions, get a couple of roles, get a better agent, get some better auditions, and climb the ladder. And yeah, I booked a commercial. The first thing I ever did in the UK was a commercial for a Carphone Warehouse, and it was a dating show, and it was one of those blind date ones where there's a lady on one side and three suitors on the other side of the blockade. And I actually got to be Dan from Canada in the commercial while in the UK, which was kind of interesting.
But you live in Canada now, right? Or no?
And she picked me. Yes, I do. I'm in Vancouver.
It's cold up there. Listen, I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Because it's an important question for actors. You're straight. You're very much a man. I don't think that you are very gay friendly. I don't know how gay friendly you are. But what was it like to kiss a man? Now, if I were in a scene with you and I had to kiss you, the film would be X-rated.
First of all, I wouldn't let you do it.
And I would tell you to go fuck yourself.
How was that? How was that then for you?
What do you do to muster up to kissing a man?
I think maybe you've misjudged my gay friendly in terms of, for me, that love is love. Like I don't, and I got the opportunity to tell a story about a man discovering love and what it meant for him to be able to fill his heart. So I got to fall in love with Charlie David and his character because that's the story. And to me, it didn't matter. Like it was about telling a story of love, and you can express love through physical affection. And to me, that was just an opportunity to tell that story. I was grateful. That was an incredible journey for me as an actor, but also just a wonderful opportunity to tell a story that I think should have and needs to be told in the way that you guys were so kindly saying, like in a way that doesn't detract from or bastardize or bullshit the story. It tells a truth,
a real story.
Yeah, a real story about a guy on a journey that. And Ron, I think you talked about it, or maybe it was you, Jimmy. But after I did that movie, I got so many wonderful emails from fans and guys saying, "Hey, thank you for giving my story a voice. Thank you for telling. I've been that guy. Or my dad was that guy. Or you know what, my uncle had a really tough time because he was you from." And that was again, to me, that's the honor of it, is being able to tell a story that touches people and connects in some way. So I don't know that for me, kissing a guy it's telling a love story. I don't know what that makes me, but I don't like if I'm kissing a woman because I'm telling that love story, or I'm kissing a guy and I'm telling that love story, I'm telling a love story. I don't judge it. It's about the story. So if the story had no integrity, Ron, like if the story was
you're an actor. You're an actor. I'm an actor. When I go to work, I become the character. If I cannot become the character, I won't do the film because the character is not for me. But if I can become the character and leave being Ron Russell and becoming the person, then whatever they expect me to do, I can do.
The story has to have integrity too, though.
That's what you do.
Yes, the story has to have integrity.
Like if it's just for shock factor, I'm not going to do it because it's not in alignment with what I want to do. I really wanted to tell that story because I believed in it. I really wanted to tell that story because
I lived that story. I lived that. I was married for 16 years, but I was madly in love with my lover who I was with when I was 20 years old. I
there you
left
go.
him to get married because I didn't want to be gay. I wanted children. I wanted to live a normal life.
And he has two beautiful daughters.
I didn't like the gay life. I never liked the gay scene. I found gay people, I wanted to smack them because they were like fairies. I don't like fairy men that think they're women and they flit around like stupid queens. I could smack them. They're stupid. Because you're gay, gay is a sexual thing. It's not a lifestyle. I don't believe it's a lifestyle. Yet gay people make it a lifestyle. And you don't have to, because so many men I know that were married, they hit on me, of course, because they knew I was gay and they figured they could get a Tuesday night card game. Bullshit. But I know that there's a world out there of many. I mean, I have lesbian friends that are married now with children. So a lot of gay people really don't want to be in that world. Jimmy and I don't live in that world. We live in a straight world. We have all straight friends.
No, we have gay friends.
I mean,
we're mostly straight
I
friends.
have gay friends from years ago. But Jimmy and I live a straight life.
We live in a house with a fence and dogs.
But you portrayed that because in you, I found me. Because it was very much what I was going through with my wife.
That's a huge compliment. That means I was honoring the story and authentically going through the experience. I feel like that's my job. And when you say that, that makes me feel good because that's what
I understood your part more than anyone else because I was there. I know what you were going through and I know what it's like because so many times I was tempted to be with Sal. But I couldn't because I was married to my wife, and I wouldn't do that to my wife because I'm a stupid old guinea. Italian, we have those morals. So it was difficult for me because times I wanted to be with him, and I said, no, you go with him, your marriage is over.
Right.
So
it's one of the best, and we don't watch a lot of gay movies, but if it looks like it's a good movie, we will watch it. And it was probably one of the best gay movies I've ever, like gay themed movies that I have ever seen ever in my whole life. And that's a tribute to you, actually, you and Taya Gill and everybody, and a great script.
Well, Taya was comfortable with it because she played a dyke in the Canadian, that series that she was a lesbian with her girlfriend.
I can't.
A famous weekly, that was a wonderful series, by the way.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
So in today's society, sometimes people get a bit bent out of shape when a straight man plays a gay character. And I look back going, I'm so grateful to have had that opportunity and to be able to tell that story, have that experience, and be that character as an actor, as a human, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like it might get backlash in today's world. What do you think about that kind of thing? Like a straight guy playing a gay character?
The only people that will dislike it are the stupid people who really, because they would first of all say, oh, Mary, if it was me, I'd be giving him head in a minute. Stupid jerks like that have that kind of mentality. That's all they can think of is giving head, not the sensitive part, the love part, the emotional part. The man is tormented. He's torn between a wife and children and a young man he falls in love with. Oh my God, that's a disease. That's the worst thing that can happen to a married gay man is to fall in love with another man. Because
your heart gets ripped apart, your head is spinning all the time. Absolutely.
I think that I do think that people get upset about it, but I believe that the best actor for the spot, whoever can do the best job, it doesn't matter. It could have been a gay actor, it could have been a straight actor. It was you. You did a phenomenal job.
No. I fight this point. I am an actor. I could play
That's what I just said.
No, but I have played a woman. I have been in drag. I have played a woman. I have played a gangster all the time. I mean, I play these parts. Don't tell me you need a real gangster to play a gangster or a real woman to play.
That's not what I said, though.
No, but what you're saying is
whoever's the best actor for the role, whoever does the best.
I think Jimmy's talking about a meritocracy where best for the job, period.
It's like pilot, the most qualified person.
It's called, as Alfred Hitchcock said, it's called acting.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I just said, though. You're just not listening.
No, I'm listening. I'm agreeing with you, you dumb queen.
Oh, well, you didn't sound like you were agreeing. You sound like you were disagreeing. You even said, I'm disagreeing. with
Violently agreeing. I believe it's called violently agreeing.
So I want to brag for you a little bit for some of the stuff, you guys, because we won't be able to talk about everything. First of all, he's a huge Hallmark star, you guys. We have a lady in the chat room. Her name is Cindy Ladylake. She's the biggest Hallmark fan ever. She watches everything. So say hi to Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
She's got two sons. She's got two sons, Sean and John, who are huge Watchmen fans. So say hi to Sean and John. I told her I would have you say hi.
Hi, Sean and John. How you guys doing?
There you go. So you guys, he's been in tons and tons and tons of great Hallmark stuff. One of the things that I some of the TV shows you have seen him in, and these are all like my kind of shows. He's been in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Chicken Sisters, Streets on Maple Street, Virgin River, which my stepdaughters love, Family Law, which I'm a huge Victor Garber fan, and Lauren Holly, we were really good friends with her father before he passed away. The Mighty Ducks, Game Changers, Stargate Atlantis, 5 episodes, Stargate SG-1. That's how I actually met Steve Basic. Isn't he in one of those?
Yeah,
That's how I originally met him. Legends of Tomorrow, one of my favorite shows. John Barrowman was on our show, and
oh, cool.
he was our first show to break 10 million plays.
You know how he opened the show? He was tongue kissing a blow-up woman doll.
When the screen came on, he was
he had his tongue in her mouth, a blow-up doll. He is crazy.
Well, I'm not wearing pants. Does that help?
In the supermarket. I ran into him in the supermarket here, and we were chatting. He said, "My feet are killing me. I was in high heels all night." I love John. John is a character.
So one of the things I think is very cool, though, and I didn't even know it got remade, so somehow I missed it. But you were a puppeteer in Crank Yankers.
Okay, that's funny. This is the second time this has come up. That's a fail by IMDb.
Oh, is it really? Because I was like, how cool, a puppeteer on Crank Yankers. You should take that down.
So I've applied or sent whatever requests and whatnot, and it's harder than you think, because I don't want to misrepresent whoever the person is who did all that work, because it's like 40 episodes. That's 40 episodes of not me, and I want whoever did do all that work to actually get the credit for it. And I wrote to them, and it hasn't come off. Like,
that's so funny. All right, so you guys forget that one. He's not in that one.
Also, ethnicity is very important, that an actor lets the public know what his background is, because if you're Greek, you have every Greek in the world loving you and supporting you. That's what happened. I found that to be. What's your ethnic background?
So I'm Scottish Irish.
Me too.
My brother, he said that he's tracked us back to some Native American Indian, historically, some Native American Indian heritage, which I would be, if to be true, I haven't done the due diligence, would be really, really cool. So yeah, pretty much the pasty white European, I believe.
I love it.
Because I'm Italian 100%, and I have more fans that are Italian. It's terrible.
My grandmother was French, from Paris, or near Paris.
So he's got all the French people, but I have all the Italians. They all love me when I play Mafia. They do. They love it. So I'm going to be in a TV series soon. It's called.
Nice.
I have to plug it. It's called L.A. Mob
Story.
It's how the mob went from New York to L.A. and took over L.A.
God, they love you in the chat room.
And I do the voiceover work as well as I play the mobster, the big Don.
So you have a new movie coming out, and I didn't see. I was going to play the trailer, but I didn't see you in the trailer. Even though you're listed way up high on IMDb. Hopefully this is actually your movie, because it looks really good. It's called Remarkably Bright Creatures. Is that you?
Yes, with Sally. Yes, it is, with Sally Field. Yeah, what an honor.
Alfred Molina, Cole Meany, Beth Grant, who's been on our show, Kathy Baker, Sally Field, Joan Chen, Louis Pullman.
Sally Field.
It looks like a phenomenal movie. Tell us a little bit about what you can tell us, whatever you can tell us about it.
Well, I'm going to start with the fact that if for our generation, maybe not so much the younger, but Sally Field, like I got to do scenes, work with, interact, hang out with somebody who I respect and think is phenomenal. That was just, this industry gives me a bunch of gifts, but that was a gift and a half to be able to be there and in her presence. I can't. And I mean, I like to always be a sponge and learn, and I'm sure maybe Ron will say the same, or maybe you know it all already, Ron. I don't know. But I like to be on set like Sally does. Okay. But Sally Field is, she's an icon and a genius. And watching her work, she was respectful of directors, but she knew what she wanted. She was respectful of camera operators, but knew what she wanted, and was very, very collaborative but commanding. Like, she commanded a presence. She commanded the set, knowing full well, I think she was aware of who she is to the industry, but without any disrespect. I watched in awe. And then I've been doing this long enough where I don't often get nervous. I mean, I'll get excited, like anxiety and excitement on the same coin, different sides. I'm 99% excitement, but I'll tell you, I got a little bit nervous because Sally Field, as I watched her work and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, I better not screw this up. You know, like, and it hadn't happened in a long time because this was a recent movie, and I haven't had that feeling in a long time. Having done it for as long as I have, sometimes I show up on sets and I don't feel that, oh shit, I'm walking into an already established working machine, and I better not drop the ball. They're going to be pissed off. This was one of those things where, and it was all because of my respect for and want of, not to impress Sally Field, but to do what I was hired to do, so that I didn't interrupt her magic, I guess is one way to say it.
The movie looks fantastic, you guys. It's about like a lady who's a janitor at an aquarium, and she has like a relationship with a kid who's kind of like lost, and there's an octopus that talks or something, or narrates. I guess he narrates it.
It's a book, right? It's a famous book, I believe.
Anyway, the movie looks phenomenal, and it'll be coming out soon, I'm sure, because the trailers are all up and everything. So everybody should definitely see it when it comes out. You did another film that I'm a big horror guy, and Cabin in the Woods. You've done a couple of horror films, but Cabin in the Woods was a huge, huge film, and it starred Kristen Connolly, Chris Hemsworth, which I don't think he was as big. He wasn't like as big as he is now. Richard Jenkins, Bradley Whitford, and it is the most unique story for a horror movie that's probably ever been told.
Very fun.
Did you have fun in it?
Oh, other than, I got beaten and battered pretty heavily on that show, being the zombie redneck that chased them around for the whole movie. But, as you do, the 5 hours of makeup in the morning after, by day 18 was pretty intense, but great crew, great people looking after you. The production had enough awareness. They really catered to and looked after the fact that if you're in makeup for 18 hours in a day, that you're going to need some breaks and whatnot. Or if you're taking a 2x4 in the head repeatedly, you might want to have a nap at some point. So, or a crowbar into the face, whatever. Typical Tuesdays. But what a phenomenal, because my wife said, of all my career accomplishments, getting her to get a hug from Chris Hemsworth at the wrap party was my best. So there you go. I'm just kidding. She's very supportive. But
talking about being impressed, when I was 19 years old, I was an extra in a movie called That Kind of Woman with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter.
Whoa.
The first day of shooting, I was a soldier among many soldiers on a train platform, and Sophia Loren and Barbara, whatever, come walking down, and we guys get crazy and whistle and woo, of course, they're two gorgeous broads. Well, I wasn't allowed to go over to Sophia. They told us to not to go talk to the stars, which I thought was horrible. Tab Hunter, of course, and I became lifelong friends from that movie. Tab, you know who Tab Hunter was? You don't know Tab?
You know who Tab Hunter is? Oh, yeah, he does.
Big star. So I went over to Sophia Loren and I sat down next to her with balls I had at 19. And I started speaking Italian to her. So she started to laugh. She said, "Your Italian is as bad as my English." So we had a nice conversation, and somebody came over and said, "Hey, soldier, up, out." And she said, no, lascialo, let him stay. Because my name was Rolando and I was Italian. She thought she found me fun. Well, I fell so madly in love with her that I still am madly in love with her at 86. I watched Monday night. TCM had Sophia Loren night. We watched all 3, 4, 5 movies of hers, and I just sit there like a little boy entranced with her beauty. She's the most beautiful woman, and she's a lovely, kind, sweet, dear woman.
That makes
If you
them
know.
that
So,
makes her more attractive.
oh yeah. So I told Jimmy before we die, Sophia and I, get a script that she might like. I want to work with her again, but
Yeah,
really
what a-
work with her, not be an extra.
So I have a question. First of all, you have one other film that I liked a lot, and we had a bunch of people. Corrective Measures. Michael
Oh,
Rooker's
wow.
been on the show. Doug Bradley's been on the show many times. Actually, my foray into entertainment. I was a celebrity clothing designer, and so when I started this show, I used to take the clothes to those Comic Cons, and I would
Yep.
fill up a room and I'd invite the people, and that's how I built the show. Like in the first 6 months, nobody knew who we were, and we had Malcolm McDowell, and we had Lance Henriksen, we had Doug Bradley, we had all these huge people right off the bat. Dreamweaver, Gary Wright, and all these people, because I was giving them stuff and became friends with them, and that's how we built the show. So I love all of it, but Corrective Measures was good. Michael Rooker's a really cool guy. Kevin Zegers I saw in the grocery store recently. Tom Cavanaugh, Bruce Willis, and Daniel Cudmore. I'm a big fan because he's an X-Men.
Yeah, Colossus. Yeah.
Colossus, yeah, and I have a bunch of great Colossus action figures. And actually, I should ask him to come on the show. I'm going to work that out. I'm going to ask him. But anyway,
He's a good friend of mine. I'll let him know.
Tell him. Oh, good. That's good.
Dan, do you have an action figure?
I was Blue Beetle. I was the costume for Blue Beetle on Smallville. So there are Blue Beetle.
No, he's answering. You're not listening. Say it again.
Well,
On Smallville.
Yeah, on Smallville, I got to be the action figure of the Blue Beetle. So I was inside the Blue Beetle. So I mean, there are Blue Beetle action figures.
Yeah, I have.
I'm not saying they're me, but that's about as close as I got.
You should have them. I actually went to see if you had one for the Descendants, because since we met Dove Cameron, I bought a Dove Cameron Descendants doll to put in my collection since we met her, and I've got it, pictures and stuff.
What they don't do today, but they did in my day, was men that look like you and built like you did beefcake. A lot of beefcake pictures. Some reason they don't do that anymore. And women or gay guys love to see your chest and your muscles and stuff. So it's part of PR. I really feel, Jimmy is the best PR person in the business with Eileen Shapiro, and it's been voted where they are the #1 PR people. And I influence Jimmy a lot. And I tell him, with your clients, if they're built like Dan, get them to do a beef cake, because those pictures go far. And if I had your body, I would be naked. I would just say, okay, boys, photograph me. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. This is my. Can I?
Oh, hell yeah, that's beefcake.
All right, that's good.
There you go.
Great picture.
I don't know how. There. That's
there you go. No, it's a great picture.
It's a good thing you didn't trip on it.
That's my best beefcake right there. That's all I got.
So I have a question.
No, but you'd be surprised what that does, because you have to sell your acting ability as well as your sex appeal, because you're young. When you're my age, you could get naked and throw your dick all over the place and nobody gives a shit.
We actually have had a lot of people you've worked with on the show. Mike Dopud from Driven Scale, he was on the show. I want to ask though, and this is like when I thought I was straight, my crush was Jenny Garth. Like, how was it working with Jenny Garth? Like, I actually went to a fair to meet Jenny Garth, and the picture camera thing didn't work, so I didn't get the picture. But I've had a crush on Jenny Garth since like forever. How was it working with Jenny Garth and her playing your wife?
I'm really glad you asked that. So I've been able to do a bunch of Hallmarks, and I've enjoyed every one of them. Jenny Garth, the one we did together was called A Time to Dance, and she was one of the most present actors I've ever had the opportunity to work with. We were going through a divorce, then we found each other again in this film, and so we got to actually sink our teeth into a little bit more meatier material than Hallmark normally puts out, because we're going through a divorce. And she was so present and such a wonderful teammate, scene partner that I fell in love with her. She's amazing. I am honored to be able to text her once in a while, just saying that, hi, I hope you're doing well and stuff. Because I don't want to bug the snot out of her after doing one movie, but she is a phenomenal human being. And she used to joke that she kind of doesn't really love the acting as much anymore. She just does it for the, for the lifestyle. But she's incredible. She's an exquisite.
So
I mean, she's
happy to
great.
hear that.
She's a
I
great
just love
human.
I mean, she was super nice to me when I met her.
Yeah,
and that was back at her height of Beverly Hills 90210. But I've been a fan ever since. And I
found her to be incredibly gentle, but if I also know, don't mess with her. Like she's got a really nice balance of, she'll be your best friend, but if you cross a line, you'll definitely know.
That's perfect, though. That's the way everybody should be.
Most people.
Yeah, that's the way it should
How
be.
was your relationship with Taya on that film?
He's done 2 films with her.
Taya could be difficult.
I didn't experience the difficult. I didn't. I don't know if it was because when we were doing that movie, sometimes everything comes together like lightning in a bottle. Everybody aligned. We knew, and it was an indie. We were working together it wasn't a big production where you're all getting paid money and you do your thing because we knew we were trying to tell a story specifically for a very good reason. And we were supporting Charlie's script, and Derek was his best friend in real life and played best. And we all worked together. So I think there was no room for anybody to be anything other than pushing the same direction.
I love
she is brilliant. We did a commercial in my house in Palm Springs for Danae Montague King's cosmetic line, who's a good friend.
You got to speak up. Take your hand away from
Who's a good friend of hers. And we gave Taya the script. She sat quietly in a chair, read it, and got it. And I said, how the hell did you do that? I can't remember shit. I memorize a script. I go on and I do my own thing. I start ad-libbing. She said, oh, no, I have the ability. I can look at a script and I know it immediately, page by page. That makes an actress very good because you can know your lines and therefore you're comfortable so you can act better. How do you feel about knowing your lines?
If I can, well, I mean, if you have the skill set you do, Ron, to be able to ad lib and get the gist, whether it's paraphrasing or not, you can find the essence of a character. I'm old school. I'm a bit more like Taya in terms of I believe the magic for me is behind the line. So I need to memorize the lines so they're second nature. And then I get to inhabit the thought processes, the impulses, the feelings, and the world of that character. Because if I'm up here chasing lines, I can't be present with what's going on in my body or what somebody's saying to me or how they're, right. I can't read their body language, their impulses, because I'm up here thinking words. So I like them to be so second nature that they're a tool in the tool belt. They're not the focus. I can't be in my head with words. I need to be present in my body. So I memorize the crap out of things.
So you don't memorize the day you shoot?
No, I mean,
you know the whole script.
I am very familiar with the whole script, and then I am very focused the day before on the 5, 6, whatever scenes that we're doing that following day. So
did you know that Betty Davis said that she knows the entire script for everybody? Betty learned everybody's lines in the movie if they had a scene with her. Imagine that.
That is incredible. I heard the other side, which I don't know to be true, but it's a really cool story if it's myth or legend. But Christopher Walken gets an assistant to black out everybody else's lines, and he only knows his.
Right.
Which is neat.
Chris and I came from the same neighborhood, and we went to the same dance at the same church, Lady of Montcalmo. And I knew his girlfriend, who he's married to. She's an agent, and we came from Astoria, Queens. And
wow.
his parents his aunt owned a bakery that I got my birthday cakes from. Walken's Bakery on 31st Street and Broadway in Queens in Astoria.
I want to mention.
So people say, you sound like Chris Walken when you talk. I said, well, we lived.
It's weird.
That was really good.
we lived a couple of blocks apart, so I guess, yeah, why not?
He did 2 movies with Taya Gill. He did another one called Truth with Dean Cain, who we know.
Yeah.
Stephanie Zimbalist, who we just met 2 weeks ago at an event here in the desert. and Taya Gill. And you guys, for horror movies, people, you guys, he's got another movie called Devil in the Dark with Robin Dunn and Daniel Cudmore. That the trailer looks really good, so you might want to check it out. But here's what I like to ask people. So you've been in so many things. First of all, before I go to that, do you ever see yourself like as a super like action hero? Because you should be like a Marvel guy or a DC guy. Like you should be Aquaman or the Flash or something.
Flash
Well,
Gordon, Flash Gordon.
those ones are taken. And Momoa, I got to work with him on Stargate Atlantis. He's killing it with all the magic he's doing. His personality fits that perfect. That said, though, I would absolutely love to enter that superhero world in some way, shape, or form. And
You would
be so good.
You would make a great Flash Gordon. I love Flash Gordon. He's my favorite superhero. Buster Crabbe was the guy I grew up.
And we had Sam Jones on the show.
Loving him.
He was great.
Yeah, Sam Jones is fabulous.
That would be a lot of fun too. I would love it. You guys, I would absolutely love it. I don't know if the powers be put in the universe or whatever, but
let's put it out there.
Let's put it out
there. Like I love the idea. So here's something I like to ask everybody. So this is like a bucket list, and for you, it's probably harder because you've worked with like so many freaking awesome people. So let's say male and female actor, living or dead. Who would you like to work with that you haven't worked with yet? And then the next part of the question would be, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever made, what movie would you like to have been in?
Wow. So Heath Ledger comes to mind immediately.
Okay, that's a good one.
I just think there's something about his ability. He transforms and he'll take you with him. I would just want to be with.
What's your favorite Heath Ledger movie? Because like my favorite one is 10 Things I Hate About You. For some reason, I think that's like the greatest like growing up movie ever. And Batman, obviously.
Yeah, I mean his Joker, obviously. But it literally, the guy could read the phone book, and I know it would be interesting. I know I'd be intrigued. You know that it's just there's something about him. Then the other one on the more whimsy side of it would be Johnny Depp.
He's a really cool guy. He used to shop I had a clothing store back in Florida when I lived in Florida, and his band used to shop there.
Did you know that Johnny Depp never memorizes a script? He has an earplug, and they feed him his lines. Oh, yeah. I have an earplug. Quite a few people I know. Meryl Streep uses an earplug. When you get to be a certain age, you can't remember lines. It's true. I used to know lines when I was young. At 86, I don't remember where my dick is when I have to pee. I have to get a map. I have a little map I draw, and it says, go here.
So you follow the treasure trail?
Yeah. I mean, things don't happen.
You have a great personality, by the way. Okay, so give me some females.
So I've always had, talking about celebrity crush, Jennifer Connelly. I thought
great.
And I never got I thought, I wanted to work with her so badly. And we did I can't remember the name, the Never Ending Train series. My buddies were on it. I apologize. Oh, anyway. So Jennifer Connelly, I think she's an incredibly beautiful, subtle, nuanced, magic performer.
His favorite movie is The Rocketeer. One of his favorite movies. She's the love interest in The Rocketeer.
You could
have played The Rocketeer.
You could have played The Rocketeer. I love that movie. It's such a fantasy.
We even have a Christmas ornament of The Rocketeer on our tree.
You know why I love it? Because it reminds me of the 1940s. It took place in and it was so authentic. The costumes, the everything. Yes, you should be The Rocketeer.
Oh, thank you.
Put that out there also.
There you go. Okay, so she's a good one, Jennifer Connelly. I think she's
Jennifer
a good one.
Connelly.
I loved seeing her in the last Top Gun movie. She was great.
She's a very sweet looking girl.
She looks like she returned took 20 years off too. Like, she's beautiful. But I think Ron, you were saying this about I can't remember someone, but they're exquisite physically, but who they are, the personality, and that makes them even more attractive.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I've known some KUNTs in the business, believe me, and they were very beautiful and very. I won't name them because I don't want to do that.
But they were very much to see you next Tuesday.
When they came on the set, everybody shuddered and said, "When is this fucking movie going to be done?" Because they couldn't bear working with the bitch. But I hate her.
I had the chance to work with Faye Dunaway. I worked with Faye Dunaway.
That's a crazy bitch. Betty Davis hated her guts. Betty Davis said, I mean, I've talked to Betty about this. This is no bullshit.
Yeah, he knew Betty Davis.
I knew her well. And I said, Betty, you really hated Faye Dunaway? She said, absolutely. She said, the most horrible human being on the planet.
Wait, what's his Faye Dunaway, though?
I will just say that she was very particular.
Okay, yeah.
No, she was very
particular.
neurotic and saying she was ordering Betty around, and nobody can order Miss Davis around.
No.
Anyway, Faye Dunaway is one of them, but the other one is, I can't say.
Don't say it. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to pick a movie. If you could have been in any movie that's ever been in history, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
So I there's so many, but I'm gonna, like, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go with the first one that came to mind, and it's gonna be because when you ask the question, I could spend a lot of time thinking about it, and I would change my answer 48 times in 48 seconds. So I'm gonna go back to the very first impulse one that came up, because it's the first time I fell in love with a character. And yes, the guy who played the character is gorgeous, and I mean, maybe that was part of it. But Brad Pitt played Tristan in Legends of the Fall. And I have never not been able to want to be Tristan in Legends of the Fall.
It's a great movie.
Good movie.
It's a fantastic movie. And to me, that's when Brad Pitt looked his best, is in that movie.
Yeah.
He never hasn't. He's always looked pretty damn amazing. He's a hot guy. But that movie, for some reason, when that came out, the romantic heartbreak epic tale was intoxicating for me, and Brad Pitt's character, that was the one. I'm like, if we could rewind time and for some reason I could honor that role in the same way he did, I would love to. I mean, there are so many other movies, Jimmy. I don't want to be a goof and be like, and this, because it would happen.
Give me one more. Give me one more. If another one just pops in your head, what's one more movie that you like a lot? I think you picked a great movie, and actually, in all the years, because we've been on the air, this is starting our 19th year, nobody's ever said Legends of the Fall. So, because I asked this question to all the accomplished actors.
Yeah, because it's
a very good movie.
Great movie.
It's a very good pick.
Good script. It was a good script.
It really was. And so the next one that just pops to mind is, again, because I feel like and want to be this version of an action hero. And I got to work with the man, the legend, before his career has taken a turn, was Bruce Willis in Die Hard. So
it's a great movie.
Good.
So Yippee-Ki-Yay MFer was that.
Okay, so the controversy with Die Hard, you consider it a Christmas movie?
I'm not gonna put myself in that world, man. I'll get killed. You can't answer that question without pissing off half the people.
Because it happens on Christmas Eve.
Big shit. That's not a Christmas movie.
I love Die Hard. I watch it every year at Christmas, though, just because it's available, to watch it. But I think.
But do you have a secret desire? I have a secret desire, and no director has ever allowed me to do it. I want to cry in a movie. And they say, Ron, you're the wise guy. You're tough. You can't cry. I say, yes, wise guys cry. And I'm dying to cry in a movie. So now I'm going to be in a movie soon called, what the fuck is it called? I forgot. But anyway,
Mob Story.
Where my son,
no, a different one.
My son is killed, and he becomes the whatever, the monster. And I can't.
Oh, the vampire movie?
No, the one. What's his name is doing?
Anyway,
Racer, the house.
Oh, okay, yeah, Death House, okay.
Anyway, I think I'm going to be allowed to cry in that movie, and I'm so excited.
So he wants to know, what are you?
I want to know about you. Do you feel you should ever cry in a movie?
I have a lot.
You have cried.
If you watch, in the same way that when you get to you get to fall in love with your co-star because you're supposed to tell a love story and you get that momentary escape to fall in love with them, like that hall pass to experience that emotion in its fullest. It's pretty cathartic and amazing to be able to. And I think, again, I don't want to get too woo-woo, but if we do our job right as actors, we're taking others on a journey or giving them permission to feel or tapping into a universal truth of some sort of emotion for them to experience as well. So for me, if I do it justice and I'm crying on a movie, it's pretty cathartic, and it sounds weird, but I really enjoy it. And Devil in the Dark, my brother gets killed in that movie, and there's a scene where I'm I call my wife to try and tell her what's going on, and I can't keep my shit together. And one of my favorite scenes to have ever shot. So yeah,
So
I hope you do, Ron, because I love it. I absolutely love it. When you tap into it truthfully, it's amazing.
I had a choice in the script. I could do it or I can't. But I felt that I'm an old man. I'm a father. The house is, it's called The House.
No, Death House.
The Death House. And my son, this is a problem, because my son was supposed to be, what's his name?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
We gotta go. Hurry up. You gotta
Wait,
spend.
Kevin Bacon. But they said, Ron, you look younger than Kevin Bacon. And you get old looking. I said, yeah, I'll get a beard, put on eyeglasses, a shawl, maybe, I don't know.
Somebody just told me a beard is terrible, so don't grow a beard.
I know.
Oh, I don't
do the
care.
beard.
I'm
I
not,
like the beard. I mean,
No.
I think you look more your age.
no,
Without the
wait,
beard, you
wait,
look
wait,
just like a total
Dan,
stud.
Dan, I would put on a beard to look old and disgusting. Not to look like you. There's a difference.
Hint taken, Ron. Hint taken.
So everybody, this is Dan Payne. You can follow him on Instagram. He's at actor Dan Payne. When Remarkably Bright Creatures comes out, we'll let you guys know. I want to thank you for coming on the show. You are such a great talent
Terrific.
and so much fun. I knew you were going to be.
And listen, if ever you run into Taya, tell her I miss her.
I will.
It's been very, very
'Cause
nice.
I loved her very much. We were really good friends, really buddies.
For
It's a
sure.
shame. People are so stupid.
In the meantime, you guys, I want to just thank you again for being so great and so playful and fun. We have a good time. I'm sure a lot of people are going to watch the show. Anytime you have anything new that you want to come on and promote, just let us know. We'll bring you back anytime. We'd love having you again.
Dan,
I would
you're-
love that. This was a blast. You guys are hilarious, and I'm grateful. And this has been, interviews can go a couple of ways. This has been phenomenal. I'm grateful. It's because you guys are brilliant.
Listen.
Thank you.
Our show is only as good as our guests. If you were a fat, ugly fuck, I mean, we would have had a lousy show, because I would have said to you, hey,
There you go.
I would have said to you, hey, you fat bastard, take a shot, lose weight.
I'm gonna go take a shower and put some pants on. All right.
We have fun and we try to have a good time.
I want to see you as Flash Gordon. I will go to your premiere. I promise.
We'll see
Thank
what we
you.
can do about that.
Thank you.
I'm-
We'll put that out there.
That's right. We'll put it out there. So, Dan, thank you so much. Best of luck in all you do. We've
Take
had a
care,
blast,
Dan.
and have a great one. All right.
You're a
You too.
terrific.
Thank you,
person.
gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
You're a good guy. Good guy.
All right, everybody. That was Dan Payne. He's a great guy. What a
Nice.
good interview, huh?
Well, he's a nice fella. He's open and honest, and was very, very informative. And he's terrific. There are some good people in our business, Jim. Not everybody's a shit.
I know. So now we're going to have another great guest. So let's bring him on. Timothy Hogue. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
You
Did I? Did I pronounce it right? Hogue?
Haug.
Hogue. Okay. Timothy Hogue, you
Now,
guys.
look how nice he is, all clean shaven. He's beautiful. Look at him. He looks like an altar boy.
Yes.
You look like, I swear to God, right now you look like an altar boy. Very
How did
religious.
you know?
Yes, you know. Well, let me introduce him. Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, writer, producer Timothy Hogue. Welcome to the show. Oh, I whistled then.
I'm so glad to be here. Ron was almost having me cry. I was crying when I was listening to you guys because you're having me laugh so much.
Oh, for laughing. Good. That's good. Crying, laughing is good.
We have a good time. We have a bunch of people in the chat room. Just say
But
hi to the
really,
chat room. Wait. Just say hi to the chat room, and then you can talk.
Why is it you don't
Let him
have
say hi to the chat room, and then he can talk, and then you can talk. Go ahead. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, what's up, chat? How you doing?
There
Glad
you
you're
go.
here too.
Yay, I love it. They're all saying welcome anyway. Okay, go ahead.
How come you don't have a beard like the rest of the jerks?
I can't grow one.
You can't grow it? You're kidding. Baby face. I only grew a beard in my old age. When I was young, my mother said I had a beard like the Chinese people, because it was only a little bit on my chin and on the mustache.
I think they would call me Patch Adams. It would be,
Yes,
it would be all over the place.
And now as an old man, I have a full beard and I hate it. Shave, yeah.
You have to shave every day now, right?
Pain.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Now that the beard is in, I have a little bit of a growth and I don't care. I don't care what I look like. I'm next to death. Do I give a shit?
He's 86 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Do I care?
You look very good, Ron. You look
Thank you.
very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Actually, the chat room says you really do look like an altar boy.
Doesn't it? I mean, he's as cute as hell. Are you married?
Yes.
You got a nice wife, or she's a bitch? or what?
Yeah, my wife's Brazilian.
Oh, Brazilian. Forget about it.
Oh,
I have
now,
good.
and now more things make
Oh
sense.
no. I have Brazilian friends in Florida, and those women you don't play with. Oh no. A Brazilian woman, when she gets pissed off, head for the hills, boys. Right? Is your wife? Is she a typical Brazilian? They get crazy. They yell, they scream, they go, they speak Brazilian Portuguese, and you know what the hell you're talking about.
No comment.
There you go. No comment.
Oh
You don't wanna
yeah,
get in
and they're
trouble.
very beautiful women. They're very hot women. They're sexy. They
I
like-
speak Portuguese though, so
you speak
it's
Portuguese.
okay. Yes.
Yeah, but I know I love my Brazilian friends. Let me tell you a little story. My one friend who lives in Brazil flies to Florida to go to the beach because she said it takes 6 hours where she is to drive to the beach, but it only takes 3 hours by plane to go to Florida. Oh,
Hey.
she's very wealthy. She's got
They're rich.
She's
rich.
got 1,000 people in help. She's got a magnificent house. And I call her Carmen Miranda because she's very much chica, 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 chica. And I love her.
Have you been?
Brazil?
Have you been to Brazil?
No, I
haven't
haven't. She's
either.
invited
Oh
us.
man, come on.
No, friends of ours have gone, and they came back and said she was an amazing hostess. I mean, they had help doing everything for you, and that her home is magnificent. No, I haven't been, but she's invited us. We will.
Brazilians are amazing. Brazil's amazing. You should for sure.
Oh yeah, I love Brazil. Are you kidding? And also the fact that half of Portuguese is Italian.
Yeah, my
Many-
wife's my wife's maiden name's Italian.
Yeah, so she
I
speaks.
love it. And
Portuguese.
his wife is also in the business. She's a producer, and
Not an actress.
I don't know if she's an actress or not. Does your wife also act? I know she's a producer.
Yeah, she acts too, but she's just not as much. But she was kind of social media famous for a while in Brazil, and then she just
Okay.
kind of
Is
like dead
Is she
stop.
is she knocked down gorgeous?
Oh, I'm sure she is.
I'm sure she is.
I would say so. I would say
The
so.
Brazilian women have the best asses. No, really. They have these incredible asses that look like they were fake. They don't have fat hanging asses. They have perky little, big, beautiful asses.
That's nice.
And when the Brazilian women wear a dress and they walk, that ass swings and that dress, they're very sexy people.
That's why
All right.
Brazilians always say, "Wait till they look back." So
Yes.
That's right.
you know the truth. Yeah.
You know the truth. All right. So you first came on my radar, actually. So a couple of months ago, we had a guy who did a TV series, and one of them was my client because I'm a publicist. And so he was a part of the ensemble cast, and we had the whole cast of this TV series come on. And one of the movies he was in was Attack of the Southern Fried Zombies. His name is Jeremy Sandy. And that's the first time I actually
That had to be
because
an
you're the
Academy-
star. You're the star of the movie, so that was basically like the first time. And actually, it's a campy, fun movie.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. It definitely threw me for a loop. That's for sure.
I've been in a couple of those.
Yeah,
And
it's not what I thought it was gonna be, but it is what it is, you know.
But it's not a bad movie, and it's probably got a cult following just because it's so off the wall.
Yeah, please.
Which is like fun, I think. So that's the first time I had heard of your name, and then I was going through my Instagram and I saw you on there. And actually, you've done a couple of things with people who we know that have been on the show and guests on the show. You have the movie The Hive, which is on Tubi right now, everybody, and a couple returns from a night out to find two sadistic strangers waiting to terrorize them with Christy Griffin. And it's actually a pretty good movie. And your production company made this movie, correct?
Yes.
Where do you get your funding?
Wait, let me
I-
first.
How do you get your funding? Today, everybody's.
I funded it, half of it myself.
Oh, so the Brazilians got bucks.
Not that much, Buck. You watched the movie, right? Well, if you
I watched. He didn't watch the movie. I watched
I
the
hate.
movie.
I'm in all of them. And
so
I hate
not
them.
that much, Buck. Jimmy will
I don't
confirm.
even,
No,
I don't
for
even
a-
watch the movies I'm in. I
For
hate
not a
them.
super big budget film, it was done very well. The acting is done well. It was shot very well. It didn't. A lot of people will make a $25,000 movie and it looks like a $2,000 movie. And then some people make a $25,000 movie and it looks like a $500,000 movie. And I would put you more in that category of it. It looked really, really. I don't know what you spent, but either way, it looked really good. I thought it was done
Thank
very,
you.
very well.
Thank you. I really appreciate
And
it.
I'm a big critic too, because
What's the
like I watch
title?
everything. It's called The Hive.
The Hive.
Yes, The Hive.
Should I watch it?
You will like it. Actually,
No. Listen to me, Timmy. I don't like slasher movies. I will never watch.
Not slasher. It's not slasher.
We
It's
have
suspense.
We have a dear friend, Marcel Waltz, who we love. Marcel is
You might
German.
know Marcel. Do you know
Marcel is a
Waltz?
beautiful producer. He does gorgeous
Director.
films, director. And I'm sitting at one of his premieres, and I watched our good friend, what's her name, the blonde?
Sarah French.
Sarah French, get stabbed in the mouth with a knife. I never saw anything like it in my life.
That was the end. No more slasher.
Because I love Sarah. I love Sarah. Sarah's a good friend, and I hate to see her stabbed in the mouth. And I told that to Marcel. He said, "Well, wait till you see a next movie." And I went to the premiere of the next movie. Guess what? A guy was naked with his dick hanging off of something, and they cut his dick off
and flung it around.
and swung it around.
That's about as slasher as you can get right there.
Yeah, he doesn't
No,
like
no.
those. He only
So
goes
I
because he's a friend of ours.
this is the end. No more slasher movies. No.
Okay, it's not slasher. I would say that a lot of horror movie fans got mad at it because they were expecting something different.
Yes, I was expecting a little bit something.
Well, by the
different too, I
title,
think.
it can be a good movie. I've been in a couple of movies that had wonderful titles, but the movies were shit. So, sometimes the title sells the film, and that's a good title.
Well,
No,
that was the thing. We were like, we need to get a good poster and everything lined up before the movie's finished. So
Right.
that's what we did with that project. And I was
No,
hoping
you
to
did
do it.
good. You're a good actor. I mean, you looked good in it. You did a great job in the film.
I'm honest. I've
thank-
never seen your work. I will watch this movie if it's decent and it's not bloody and disgusting.
Well, if you want more of like this new movie in the background right here, totally different, way different. I'm not acting in it though. I directed it.
That's your first. That's your directorial debut?
For a feature.
Okay, so you guys hear it.
You know what, Tim? I come from an era, some 86, so that's way back. I was 19 when I started the business. And the first thing I learned in the business was a movie must have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Unfortunately, films today don't do that. They do more flashbacks, so who gives a shit? And they lose you in the story. I left horror movies. I told Jimmy, don't you dare book me. I'm out. No more horror. No more crappy, shitty $3 movies. I'm out of it. So now I'm in good movies with scripts that mean something. Where when you go to work and have to act, you enjoy it. I'm in about 100 clown movies. If I play one more clown movie, I'll kill myself. I'm in Clown Motel, Clown Fear, Clown
Motel 2 and 3.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
You're the
get
clown
Ron-
legend.
I am. Get Ron Russell. He likes to work in clowns. No, I don't.
So wait,
The clowns steal the scene. You could do whatever you want in that scene. Nobody remembers you, but they remember the clowns.
I want to before we get to your new film, I want to go over some other stuff because we got plenty of time still. So you did another movie called Murder Syndicate. I bring it up.
What is it called?
Murder Syndicate. The tagline is "The family that kills together dies together."
That could be interesting.
And I bring it up because Jessica Morris has been on our show. Vernon Wells has been on our show. And we did a movie with him a couple of years ago, a horror movie, Vernon Wells.
Oh, I love
And
that.
Stephen Martini is in it, and you're in it. I have not seen this film, but I think the poster is phenomenal. It looks really, really good.
How come we never met Timothy?
I'm not sure. We run a.
Why have
We know a
never
lot
met
of the
you?
same people, but we haven't.
You're in the
seen
same
him.
racket. We should have met.
Do you live in LA?
Yeah, right now I live in Redondo Beach.
Okay.
So
No,
I've
you
always
never-
been
you never
I've
go to-
always been in LA though. But
Okay.
They
like
never
Burbank,
invite you to red carpets in Hollywood.
He just gets to go to bigger ones than we do.
no. No, right now I'm just very boring for
Okay.
for the last maybe 2 years. Very boring because I had kids.
Oh, congratulations that you
Thank
had
you so much.
kids.
What do you
Plural.
have?
He had kids.
You had children.
Yeah, plural. Good notice right there.
So you had them all at once.
No. One and then one more.
Okay, so
No, I
oh,
have
so,
two.
so now they're
Right.
very young though, still super young. So that's good though to be around for their.
And
their
they're
growing.
wonderful. Children are wonderful. My children are older than I am, and I still call them my children.
So wait, I want to go back. Okay, so that you have this film, which so is the movie pretty okay? Murder Syndicate.
Murder
It looks-
Syndicate.
looks
So
great.
Yeah, it's an all right indie movie. Not bad. I feel like all this is why I kind of started producing movies, because I got into a lot of projects that I had very high expectations for.
and then they don't live up to the expectation.
They don't live up to the expectations, so that's why I started producing.
Good for you. I produce
Yeah,
a
you
lot
have
also.
to, because if you're going to fall into that net of bullshit like today, I mean, Sarah French, she started off with tits and ass. Every movie she was in, she showed her tits and her ass. And I said to her, Sarah, you're a beautiful girl and you're a good actress. Knock off the tits and ass. Start to act. And a lot of people have told her that. And Sarah is a good actress, but she's never going to get out of that horror place to become a legit, I call them legit actors. How do you feel about that?
I feel strongly about it. That's kind of why I'm at where I'm at now. I'm just planning on like producing a movie every year. I started doing like the verticals, and I got really bored of that really quickly. And just regarding just acting in those, it wasn't doing it for me.
I'm actually creating a vertical now.
That's how I feel. Acting doesn't do it for me because it's not.
But it's better when you're creating it. When I noticed that when you're actually creating it, it's even better. So
No, I get. So I'm a big horror fan, so I'm always going to make horror movies because that's my thing. But I have a movie called The Legend of Bunny Man that we're going into production soon, and I came up with the concept. It was all my idea. I've created action figures and everything for it, and I'm really, really excited, about it. And it's not like a super cheap movie. It's not real expensive, but it's, not super cheap either. And so I'm super excited about it. But I'm also trying to branch
And
out.
I'm excited about what I mentioned on the first show. Is finally we got a script that makes some sense. It's how the mafia in New York, how they got to LA. It's a wonderful script and a very
It's a TV series.
a very, very surprise ending. And I do the narration because of my Brooklyn accent, as well as I play a major hood gangster, which I play well.
Yeah, he does gangster a lot.
this is another movie you guys are doing?
That's
No,
the
it's a
TV series he's
T-
doing. I'm just
the,
producing
T-
it, but
the TV series.
it's different. It's not mine. I understand what you say
But-
when it's yours.
For once, it's a story. Oh my God, we got a story.
I have
Yeah,
like
see, so that you're kind of just explaining everything right now. Like you both of
Yes.
you. That's exactly what it is. Like, and when you're creating it, obviously you're kind of choosing what you're doing in it, right?
Yeah.
So everything's better. Like if you're gonna act in your own project, you know exactly what you're doing, the
What's
character you
good-
want.
yes,
What's
absolutely. I
good-
don't act though.
wait,
I just produce.
What's good about
and
this
promote.
this movie's being produced by Rayster, and he's very impressed with my Brooklynese, who I am in person. So I'm able to advise him on certain things. I was in a movie where I played a hood, and one of the lines, I don't remember it, but I'll give you a make-believe line. I walk in a room and I go, "Oh gosh darn heck." Did you ever hear a mobster, a gangster say, "Oh gosh darn heck"?
I don't
So I had to tell them the line is not right. They said, well, what would you like to say? And I said, forget about it, you fucks. That line works because that's how they talk. So I suggest to actors, don't take a role that's not going to be good for you as an actor, because some of the lines are so bad that you look like a bad actor. Do you agree?
Yes. So I think actors can make directors look better, and directors can make actors look better.
Right.
Absolutely.
A good director.
If you're good in either of those things, like for example, someone was talking to me about a scene and about emotional scene. What if this actor doesn't get emotional enough? I mean, if I was directing it, I could change the lighting. I could change so many things aesthetically that it could not only put the actor in the right place, but also from the lens, it's going to look even more dramatic.
Yes.
So
how did you like directing though? Then, I want to wait. We'll go back to that in a second. I just want to mention a couple other things you're in real quick. So you did a movie with Bai Ling, who we know Bai Ling. We don't know her well. But
I'm still waiting for that one.
It's called My Quarantine Romance with Toilet Paper, about a girl who runs out of toilet paper during the shutdown, I guess. And so basically she like sleeps with people to get toilet paper. That's what I kind of got from it.
Who wrote that piece of work?
Bai Ling. You know Bai Ling.
Oh, Bai Ling.
With Matthew Moy, Timothy Hogue, and Sammy the Dwarf. But it sounds funny, actually. And she's super crazy. So, it might actually come across pretty funny.
When I'm in our company, I think I'm on.
Yeah, it was about during quarantine. Like it was during the shutdown. Everything is what she was talking about in the script. But I didn't even get to read the whole script. I just read what I was in, and I was like, okay, it's Bai Ling. I kind of talked to her. I was like, this sounds really interesting. I'm just gonna trust her and go for it.
Has it been released?
No, it has. Okay. I'm waiting.
Don't you feel when you talk to her you're on acid? She is so fucking way out there. She's a crazy son of a bitch, but I love her.
Fun, crazy.
She's entertaining, and
she's crazy.
It was super interesting. I wonder what they captured during that.
Oh yeah, because you don't know and you haven't seen it. Then you have another. You have another TV series you did a little on called Kill Devil Hills, and I only bring it up because John Wells has been on our show. He's super friendly on the show, and he's been in a lot of movies that we've had the cast, go on for the different movies. And then you did Tainted Love, another TV series, and Rib Hillis has been on our show, and I don't know if he still dates or is married to Jessica Morris.
Yes, he is, and he's a great guy.
Yes, he's a great guy. We met him at a birthday party, actually, in LA that we went to a couple of years
Those were two verticals that you're talking about. Those are actually vertical series.
Do you know Dan Sheridan?
Dave Sheridan.
Dave Sheridan.
No, but it sounds a little familiar.
You should know him. And
he was in a ton of shit.
You should hire
Actually,
him.
he played Sheriff Doofy in Scary Movie, or I think in Scary Movie he plays Doofy, Sheriff Doofy. He plays really funny.
I worked with Dave. Dave is probably the kindest, nicest actor I've ever met.
He also did a movie back in the day called Fake with Jacqueline Murphy and Joanna Ray, and they've both been on the show too many years ago. That must be old. That must have been when you were first starting.
Yes, that was very interesting. Yes.
So how did you decide you wanted to do all of this in the first place? I think I read something. I read an article you did that said you Home Alone. Like when you were a kid, I think you saw Home Alone, and then as you got older, you didn't do anything with acting, and then you saw an open casting call for something, and you auditioned. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, well, I was in Nebraska. I had a football scholarship, so I was playing at a school in Nebraska. Anyways, my career came to the end, and I was just walking by the theater there, and there was an audition, and I was like, "Oh, okay, let's do
Why
this."
not?
And then I got the part, and then
it was a big deal play too. What was it? I forgot.
Oh my God, this is so many years ago. I don't even remember.
It was something really big, but it was.
It was the name
of it. I just can't think.
It was a big one. I don't know.
That's all right. So then, how did you end up coming to Hollywood and doing all this?
All right. Well, I actually ended up. I was planning on moving to LA, and then I kind of fell in love with my wife,
Oh, that's good.
and I moved to Brazil instead of coming here.
Oh, wow.
And when I went there, after a certain amount of time, I was walking around the mall, and a model scout came up to me, and I ended up meeting with a agency, and did a few jobs, and that kind of sparked it back up for me. And then I was like, okay, I have to move to LA. That was my sign, you know.
How
How did-
tall are
wait,
you?
wait,
How
wait,
tall are
wait, wait.
you?
How did you meet your wife?
5'10".
Okay, that's like me. I'm about
How did you
5'10".
meet your wife?
Oh, all right. Well, this is like a movie. So I was visiting Brazil, and the people I was with didn't tell me that people were coming over, and I was gonna go to another city because I had friends there to just go have fun, party. Before I left, my wife showed up, and it wasn't romantic or anything, but I was like, oh my God, like I couldn't just call them to like, hey, turn around after you drove an hour to pick me up. Like, turn around, I'll come later. So I only had like 30 minutes with her, like friendly. And then when I left, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm missing, I missed something there. And so then I ended up going and studying in Brazil for a summer, and we started dating.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then I moved there. And to make it a little bit more dramatic, when I moved there, I was buying stuff to go there, and I was with my sister. I ended up in a jewelry store. It wasn't planned, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy that," and I just bought an engagement ring. And I
Wow.
told my sister, I was like, "If it happens, it happens." And then
That's-
2 weeks after I moved there, I asked her to marry me.
And now, how long have you been married?
13 years.
Good
Oh,
for
wow.
you. Congrats.
You look
Wow,
like
you're a lot older than you actually look. You look like you're like 18.
I was going to say, you look like a boy. You don't look like a man. You look like a boy.
You look so young.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
Now,
So,
wait a minute. You're Irish, right?
Yeah,
You look
I have Irish, yes.
You look very Irish.
Irish, Norwegian, maybe a little German.
Because you got the pink cheeks. That's German.
I love it. So wait.
All my German friends have pink cheeks.
So, okay, so hang on. I'm going to change the subject now. So the poster on the back, you guys, that's his brand new documentary. It's not released yet. It's called I Am a Barista.
A what?
A barista. It's a documentary.
What's a barista?
A guy who does coffee, right? I think serves coffee.
Yeah,
at a
so
coffee house.
like a chef, but for coffee.
A chef for coffee. So here, you guys. So this is very interesting, and I've never met anybody who did a documentary on this, but it's funny because after I had you come on the show, all of a sudden I see all this like other barista stuff that's coming on, you know, like even I was watching American Idol, and one of the girls who got not American Idol, The Voice, and one of the girls who got 3-chair turn, you know, she's a barista someplace in like some little town someplace.
Brazilian coffee is the best.
So wait, so it's called I Am a Barista. It's won 1 million awards, you guys. It's I Am Barista goes inside the lives and coffee shops of 5 baristas in São Paulo, Brazil, taking a unique look at their lives and passion for coffee. And you directed it and produced it and probably wrote it. Did you write it too?
Yeah, I edited the whole thing, and it's all in my second language. It's in Portuguese.
So except for that it has subtitles. You can see it. I didn't watch the movie, but I did watch the trailer. It looks very interesting. What made you decide to make a movie about baristas?
Well, I actually never really liked coffee till I moved to Brazil.
Okay.
And then when I lived in Brazil, I'd go to these coffee shops, and they'd have different methods for making the coffee. And when you ordered it, they'd bring it to the table, do it right in front of you into your cup. And I was like, this is amazing. And then I just loved the culture of the people. And so I kid you not, I was watching Chef's Table, the early on show episodes, and I was just like, why is there nothing about coffee? It's like one of the most popular drinks in the world. Like, why does no one talk about coffee? And so I was like, I can do this. And it was funny because, you know, Chef's Table, it's shot so well. It's shot with cinema lenses. You know, there's no zoom lenses. But but David Gelb, who's the creator of that, he also has what is it? Jiro Dreams of Sushi. He has a documentary he did before that, which was a lower budget, so it wasn't all like super fancy like Chef's Table. So he kind of inspired me. I said I can do that, and I hired a cinematographer in Brazil, and yeah, that was it.
And that was it. You know, years ago, when I was in Italy, I lived in Italy for about a year. I got used to standing up and having my coffee, my cappuccino. Came home and years passed, and people are talking about this thing called Starbucks. Ron, buy this stock. I said, who the fuck is going to stand up and drink coffee in America? What are you, fat? I said, that's ridiculous. So I told a friend of mine, I said to her, you know, everybody's buying this Starbucks stock. What do you think? She said, oh, I'm going to buy some. She bought a ton of it. Well, today she retired on it. Me, I stupid ass. Did I ever think that Starbucks would be what it is? Because to me, it was stupid. America, Starbucks coffee. Who buys it? It doesn't work.
But think about it. It's not like coffee. It's like a lot of sugar and other stuff too.
Right.
All
I'm a Starbucks fan.
Everyone likes the sugar. So like once you start learning about coffee, you'll realize like coffee in the supermarket and other cheap places. Like for example, in Brazil, they have 4 classifications of coffee. In the bottom 2 classifications, you have defective beans. And in the very bottom one, you could have corn in there. You could have beans. Like no one even realizes this. And so gourmets and specialty coffee are like the highest quality, but gourmet, I'd say specialty is more like wine, how it brings out notes and flavors. So
I think it's super cool. And you've won a bunch of awards, so you've been to a bunch of film festivals, right? But the film is not available for anybody to see yet.
no, not yet. Which I am surprised by all the awards because the type of movie, like this movie, I did everything that people told me not to do. Like they told me, oh, you should make it into a mini series. Oh, you should mix the stories and intertwine them. I basically just did intro, story, ending. And then where are they now? And so I just let nothing persuade me. I said, this is exactly what I'm doing. And I paid for it. So I was like,
I think it's terrific, and I don't think doing it the way everybody else does it is the right way all the time. It's definitely not. I want to just show you something just because it's coffee. So I told you about my movie, The Legend of Bunny Man.
There you
I
go.
actually had a coffee made. It's called The Legend of Bunny Man Brew. It's killer carrot cake coffee with the Bunny Man on it and all about Bunny Man on the back. And we have action figures and we have candles. I've made all the stuff for it. And I had this company called Gruesome Brew actually come up with the flavor for me to do it. And since you're doing the coffee thing, I don't drink coffee, so I'll never taste this because I don't know, because I don't like coffee. But
I do. I'll let you know if it's good enough.
But I think it's a very cool idea, and just the fact that you've again came up with an idea. You know, I don't know that people in general realize how hard it actually is to come up with an idea, make the movie, come up with the movie, get the movie distributed, and all. I mean, it's a big, even for a shitty movie, it's a big task to get all those things done.
Well, then add on your second language.
Yes,
but
which is a big deal because you had to translate it all.
Yeah,
also.
and I edited the whole movie exactly the way I wanted, and I feel really good after some Brazilians watched it. Like a Brazilian film festival it won awards.
Yeah, that's good.
But
that shows a lot though for your storytelling and the way you put it together. You know, that's a big kudos to you.
It's a big part of Brazilian culture. This guy right here in the center, this is Boramum. He actually, when I filmed, he won his first Brazilian championship for best barista in Brazil, and he won a controversial decision. He was losing in points to someone, but someone put a prohibited substance in his drinks, which I believe was whiskey. and so he won because of that. And then he went on to win 3 in a row, and then he was the first Brazilian ever to win the best barista in the world in 2023.
We don't have that here, right? In the United States, do
No,
we have best?
We do.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, but he's the
No.
best barista in the world, so that's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, and that happened after the movie.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good for
Yeah.
you in
No.
promotions.
I'm familiar with Portuguese. I'm told it's the most difficult language to
Então,
learn,
você fala português?
so it's difficult.
He said something Portuguese was the end of it. I don't know what the other
È
part
molto
was.
è molto difficile a parlare portoghese.
Fala alguma coisa.
You understood?
Fala de novo.
È molto difficile a parlare portoghese.
Yeah, é muito difícil para falar português.
Is it because there's a lot of
Do
Italian?
you understand what he's saying or no?
No. But if he speaks Portuguese, the Italian words pop. I hear them.
No, yeah, you just said it's very difficult to speak Portuguese.
Yes.
In Italian, yeah. I speak
How was it
Italian.
hard for you to learn it?
Very hard.
Well, I mean, I have a
Yes.
wife, so that's kind of a cheat code. But it probably took me a year of living there.
Okay.
And you have to know what the family's saying, or you're in big trouble. So, so I didn't have a choice, Jimmy.
So when you're at home, do you guys speak English or Portuguese or both?
She speaks Portuguese to the kids. I speak English. Since we came to the U.S., we speak English, but when we're in Brazil, we only speak Portuguese.
Oh
Sure,
my God,
definitely.
that's awesome that you learned it so quickly like
Well,
that too.
when I'm in Italy, we only speak Italian. Why would we speak English?
I just think it's
Yeah.
super cool.
When you're in, do as the Romans.
So we have 4 minutes left. I want to ask you a question, and you probably heard me ask the other guy. Okay, so a bucket list, male or female actor. If you could work with anyone, living or dead, who would you like to work with? And then, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you have liked to have been in? And we'll get a little bit of idea of who you like.
Bucket list. I mean, I'm not really a big fanboy, I guess you could say.
That's good. You don't have to be a fanboy though to want to like work with someone because you think they're a great actor and you would think that it would be a lot of fun to work with them. Or
I guess
and don't say Meryl Streep. That's everybody's go-to.
it would have been fun for me, like when I was younger, if I would have been able to be during the time with when Jean-Claude Van Damme was in his prime.
Oh, love him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Him in his prime. I really liked when it was him in his prime, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, all those guys.
Even though that's not even like stuff that I do, I think it would be in that mix.
Oh no, but it doesn't matter if you do it or not. It's just that you like
Well,
it. Like
those days were the end of Hollywood. Hollywood was starting to no longer be what it was.
Well, I always tell everyone, I say the 90s, early 2000s were the end of comedy.
yes.
Everybody started to go into self-publishing and also producing. Nobody belonged to a studio anymore. So it was a whole different time, a sad time, because in my day, in the 40s and 50s, the studio made you a star. You didn't have to do it. They did the PR, they did everything. And then it went away, and then people found themselves, well, what do we do? So the older, like Ida Lupino, Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, they weren't wanted anymore. They were old.
He's too young. Do you know who Betty Davis is?
Of course.
Betty Davis. No, I bet he doesn't.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, he doesn't know the older actors. He's
Oh
young.
my
He's like a baby. He's very young.
No, but their films still play on television.
On Turner Classic Movies,
Yeah.
yes. Like I'm a big fan of I did the costume design for Too Fast, Too Furious, so I like the Fast and Furious franchise a lot.
The first Fast and the Furious, I love.
Yeah,
That'd be a great movie to be in too. The
Yes.
first Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, because it gets kind of wild as it goes on. I did the second one. It was still normal though in the second one. They weren't flying through space or anything like that. And I like horror movies, and I would like to do something with Charlize Theron. I think she's a great. So I think she's a
Have
lot
you
of fun.
seen her new film?
Yeah, she has a new film on Netflix that it's really good.
She's wonderful in it. It's a fabulous film. An adventure. It'll have you on the edge of your seat. And it's a
I
great
forgot the name of
it's
it.
a great script, huh?
I forgot the name of it.
I don't remember it either.
It's on Netflix, so it's number 1 on Netflix. I don't know if you watch films or not. Have you got to the? Are your kids old enough yet that you're watching like cartoony things? I don't even know what kids watch on SpongeBob SquarePants or something.
Well, my kids aren't very old, but my kids watch zero TV, no iPad.
Good for you. No, that's super good. Like they play and they have toys and stuff, right? They play like that's what we did when we didn't have any of that stuff when we were little.
Yeah, I
think
kind of
that's
remember
terrific.
when computers came out and everything was like new. It was crazy. But yeah, so a little bit different life for them because I've been around a lot of kids. I have a lot of nephews and nieces, and I've seen it all. I've seen kids that like are just always on their iPad, always on the TV. I've seen kids that are just a little bit, kids that aren't, and there's a pretty big difference.
I love it. All right, you guys, this is Timothy Hogue. You can follow him on Instagram. I am Timothy Haug. I am Timothy Hogue. And it's
Yes,
H-A-U-G, you guys. Follow his Instagram. You can find out when I Am a Barista comes out. We want to thank you for coming on the show. Congratulations on all your success. And congratulations on fatherhood. And anytime you have anything fun to promote, let us know. We'll bring you back.
Thank you for you too. Thank you so much. It was really nice meeting you. Really nice.
Thank you. You too.
Very
Bye-bye.
nice meeting you. We had a fun show.
Thank you.
Thank you for a good show.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
everybody. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a good weekend. Thanks to our engineer, Juan. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye, chat room. See ya.
Woo.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred.
and Ozzy.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.